The truth is not meant for all men. It is a dangerous weapon to be wielded with caution, not scattered carelessly. Plato. Chapter 1. The Leaking Mind. The leaking mind, a trap disguised as freedom. Your raw feelings are not strength, but blueprints. Learn to seal your vessel or bleed. Understood? A vessel constantly leaking its most vital contents. They poke holes in it, then watch you bleed. As Niccolo Machiavelli understood 5 centuries ago, those who master themselves first master their enemies. They tell you to be authentic, to express every raw feeling. This is a lie. This is a trap, a vulnerability disguised as freedom. Every reaction is a data point, every outburst, a blueprint for your destruction. You expose your triggers, your weaknesses, your breaking points. They learn your limits, they map your fears. They understand your deepest insecurities. Your anger, your frustration, your desperate need for validation. These are not expressions of self. These are gifts you hand to them, unwrapped and ready for exploitation. Think about the last time someone deliberately provoked you. A snide comment, a dismissive glance, a subtle jab aimed directly at your ego. You felt the surge, the need to respond. The urge to defend your honor, to explain yourself, to justify your position. You spoke your truth. You laid bare your feelings. And what happened? You gave them exactly what they craved. You gave them your power. Here's how you reclaim that power. You become a stone wall, unmoving, unresponsive. When they launch their little attacks, their petty provocations, you offer nothing back. No flinch, no glance, no glance, no glance, no visible change in your composure. Your silence becomes their loudest, most unsettling answer. It leaves them grasping at air. If you announce your anger, if you show your irritation, people will see your weakness. They will witness your lack of control. They will recognize your predictability. They will know exactly how to push your buttons again and again. But if you quietly absorb the blow, if you refuse to acknowledge their attempt to unsettle you, there's nothing for them to grab onto. Their effort collapses into a void. Your reaction is a leak. It drains your focus, your energy, your strategic advantage. It reveals your inner state, the very thing you must guard above all else. A controlled mind is an unreadable mind. An unreadable mind is a formidable weapon. It is impenetrable. It is silent. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor, wrote that the best revenge is not to be like your enemy. What he understood is that reacting to their ugliness, their pettiness, their attempts to drag you down, makes you a willing participant in their game. It pulls you down to their level, to the muddy ground where they have experience winning. Your job is to stay above the fray. Your job is to remain untouched. When you react, you become a puppet. They pull the strings of your emotion, and you dance. They dictate your behavior. They control your words. They even influence your very thoughts. You forfeit your autonomy. You surrender your sovereignty. You lose control over yourself. This is how they turn you into an extension of their will. Their goal is simple. They want to see you break, to see you lose composure, to watch your mask slip. They crave that glimpse into your raw, unedited self, because once they have it, once they see it, they can exploit it, they can manipulate it. They can use it to cage you. Power lies in withholding, in the refusal to engage on their terms, in the quiet observation of their pathetic attempts to rattle you. They expect a fire, a blaze of fury, but you give them ice. They expect a scream, a desperate cry, but you give them silence. This confounds them. Nothing leaks, nothing drains, everything compounds. Your energy stays contained, conserved, directed. Your focus remains sharp. Your composure remains unbroken. This internal strength builds day by day, becoming an impenetrable shield. They throw their darts, their venom, and they simply bounce off. The price of reaction is always too high. It costs you respect. It costs you respect. It costs you influence. It costs you your hard-won peace. Every time you allow someone to provoke you, to draw you out, you pay a toll. You give away a piece of yourself that you can never fully reclaim. You surrender a fragment of your power. The advantage is yours when you are still, when you are quiet, when you are unreadable. They cannot guess your next move. They cannot anticipate your response. You become a blank slate, an unknown variable in their shallow calculations. This creates uncertainty. This creates fear. But there's another hidden trap, a subtle form of self-sabotage that masquerades as honesty, one that promises connection but delivers only vulnerability to your enemies. What is it? Chapter 2. Their invisible strings. Invisible strings. They pull at your very soul. Understand their game, how they provoke, how they ensnare you in their elaborate unseen web. They don't just want your words. They don't just want your energy. They want your reaction. This is their invisible string. They dangle bait, whisper provocations, or set subtle traps, all designed to elicit a predictable response from you. They want to see you flinch, to see you explain, to see you get defensive. It confirms their power. Every time you react, you surrender control. You dance to their tempo on a stage they built for you. Your emotions become their instruments, played at their whim. They drain your focus, your time, and your peace, all by simply pulling a string. This constant engagement leaves you exhausted, constantly on the back foot. Think about the last time someone threw a veiled insult your way, a backhanded compliment, a sarcastic remark disguised as a joke. They watch your eyes, they wait for a flicker of anger, a blush of embarrassment, a sudden change in your posture. Your body language betrays you, giving them exactly what they seek. They are collecting data. Each reaction you give is a piece of information they log away. They learn your triggers, they map your vulnerabilities, they understand how to manipulate you further, how to pull that string harder next time. They use this knowledge to control your behavior, shaping you without you even realizing it. Here's how you break their hold. You give them nothing, no reaction, no flinch, no defense. When they cast their line, you simply do not bite. Your stillness becomes a wall, impenetrable and silent. You starve their need for control, leaving them with an empty hand. If you announce you won't react, that's still a reaction, it's a declaration. But if you quietly offer a blank stare, a neutral expression, they have nothing to work with. There's no script for their game. Their internal monologue goes wild, trying to fill the void you created. Sun Tzu, the ancient master strategist, understood that the greatest victory is one achieved without a direct fight. He taught that to avoid battle is to control the outcome. When you refuse to engage with their provocations, you are refusing to fight on their terms. You win by not playing their game at all. Your silence forces them to escalate. They will try again, perhaps louder, more obviously. This is their mistake. They overplay their hand. Their true intent, once hidden behind subtle jabs, now becomes clear to everyone watching. They expose themselves. The mask falls. They're carefully constructed, facade crumbles. Others see their desperation, their need for a reaction. They reveal their insecurity, their genuine malice, and because you gave them nothing, you sacrificed nothing. Your power remains intact. Watch what happens when you refuse to react in a group setting. Someone tries to corner you, to make you explain. You meet their gaze, calm and unyielding. The silence stretches. Others in the room feel the tension, watching to see who breaks first. It won't be you. The one seeking the reaction becomes deeply uncomfortable. They expect confrontation, a debate, a justification. When they get none, their own internal anxiety rises. They project their frustration onto the silence, making them look foolish and aggressive. You simply exist, undisturbed. Miyamoto Musashi, the legendary swordsman, wrote about the empty mind, observing your opponent without being drawn into their tempo or rhythm. What he taught is that you perceive what cannot be seen, the hidden intention beneath their movements. Your non-reaction is that empty mind, allowing you to see their motive without getting entangled in their drama. This is the ultimate power move. You deny them the fuel they need. You turn their own expectations against them. Your composure is a weapon, your silence is a shield. Your stillness is a sword that cuts through their manipulation, leaving them exposed and disarmed. But what happens when the strings are not external but internal? When the enemy is not them, but a pattern of thought ingrained deep within you? A silent saboteur hidden in plain sight? What is this insidious threat, and how do you disarm it? Chapter 3. The Unblinking Eye. The unblinking eye. They provoke, they prod, they seek your weakness. But your true power lies in what you withhold. Your silence is a shield and a sword. They try to pull you into their game. They bait you with a word, a look, a subtle jab. This isn't just about controlling your reaction. It's about forcing you to show your hand, to reveal your weakness. They want to see you flinch. They want to hear your defense. Your silence, however, is a weapon they cannot counter. It is the unblinking eye, seeing everything, giving nothing. Every word you speak in response to provocation is a piece of yourself you offer them. It's intel, a blueprint of your emotional triggers, your insecurities, your battle plan. They map your inner landscape with your own reactions. When you speak, you are no longer the observer. You become the observed, stripped of your strategic advantage. You become predictable, a puppet on their strings. Think about the last time someone tried to corner you. A false accusation at work, a passive-aggressive comment from a family member, a public challenge to your authority. Your gut instinct screams for a reply. Your mind races to craft the perfect rebuttal, the clever retort, the righteous defense. This is precisely the moment they wait for, the crack in your armor. Instead, cultivate the unblinking eye. Let the words wash over you. Watch their face, their body language, the flicker in their eyes. Note the precise phrasing of their attack, the underlying insecurity it betrays. Hold your tongue, breathe. This isn't about ignoring them. It's about dissecting them in real time, undisturbed by your own emotional noise. Your stillness forces them to escalate. They will try harder to elicit a response. They will repeat their accusations, invent new ones, raise their voice. This is not a failure, it is a gift. They are revealing their full arsenal, their desperation, the exact fault lines in their own composure, the pressure they apply, the tactics they employ, the nerves they expose. All of it becomes data. Julius Caesar, a master strategist, understood that victory often belonged to the one who could wait. He rarely rushed into battle, preferring to observe the enemy's movements, their supply lines, their morale, before committing his legions. What Caesar understood is that patience in the face of an adversary is not weakness. It is a calculated gathering of intelligence, a preparation for the decisive strike. He knew when to hold his position, letting the enemy exhaust their initial fury. The fool rushes in, reacting to every slight, every challenge, every perceived insult. They spend their energy defending, explaining, justifying. They burn their resources, their credibility, their time. They are easily manipulated, always on the back foot, always dancing to someone else's tune, bleeding information with every emotional outburst. But you, with the unblinking eye, remain an enigma. You reveal nothing. You give them no target. Their provocations bounce off an invisible shield. They are left with nothing to work with, no weakness to exploit, no emotional hook to sink in. They grow frustrated, they grow confused, they lose control. Their own strategy crumbles under the weight of your impenetrable silence. Your silence is not empty. It is active. It is a vacuum that draws out their hidden agendas, their true intentions. It forces them to expose themselves, to overplay their hand. The longer you remain unresponsive, the more they reveal, the more desperate their attempts become, the more clarity you gain about their real motives. Imagine a negotiation where the other party is trying to rush you, to pressure you into a quick decision. They throw out numbers, deadlines, threats. The amateur reacts by counter-offering, by defending their position, by showing their own urgency. They betray their fear, giving away their position. The one with the unblinking eye simply listens. They allow the other side to present their entire case, all their demands, all their supposed leverage. They let the silence after each statement hang heavy, compelling the other party to fill it with more information, more concessions, more of their true bottom line. The silence does the work for you. Warren Buffett, an icon of strategic patience, built an empire by mastering the art of waiting. He famously advised to be fearful when others are greedy, and greedy when others are fearful. But more importantly, he exemplified the power of inaction, of observing the market's chaos without joining it. He knew the greatest returns often come not from making many moves, but from making few, precisely timed moves. After an unblinking assessment of the landscape, he waits for clarity, not urgency. The unblinking eye gathers data. It reveals patterns. It finds the cracks. It exposes the truth beneath the noise. Nothing is hidden from its gaze. Chapter 4, their shattered will. Their ultimate weapon, your reaction. But what if the aggressor's most potent strike finds nothing? What if their power vanishes with your silence? The aggressor seeks not just to wound, but to elicit. They fire their shots not for impact alone, but for the echo, the tremor, the desperate flinch. Their goal is to penetrate your composure, to find the weak point in your armor, where a reaction will betray your true vulnerability. They want to see you bleed, hear you protest, know they still have power over your emotional state. This is their primary objective, to extract a response. But what happens when their carefully aimed volley meets only empty air? When their psychological attack finds no target, no purchase, no resistance to push against? This is the core of their shattered will. The moment their calculated aggression collapses into impotent rage. Your silence becomes the weapon that dismantles their entire strategy. Every time you flinch, explain, or defend yourself, you hand them a victory. You confirm their influence. You validate their existence as a threat. They observe your attempts to justify, rationalize, to fight back, and they smile. They know they have successfully dragged you into their twisted game. They feed on your frustration. They drink from your anger. Your emotional turmoil is their sustenance, confirming their dark craft. The energy you spend defending your reality, explaining your intentions, or correcting their twisted view is energy lost from your own ascent. It is a leak, a drain, a hemorrhage of your power. Think about the last time someone tried to bait you. The snide remark disguised as a compliment. The backhanded insult lobbed in a group. The public accusation designed to instantly make you defensive. They watch you, their eyes narrow, waiting for the tell, the twitch, the involuntary surge of blood to your face. They want to see you trip over words, to see color drain from your face, to hear desperate, stammering explanations. They live for that moment of visible discomfort, that brief crack in your calm facade. Your reaction is their proof of concept. Your reaction is their drug. Here's how you break them. You offer nothing. You become a void. You meet their provocation with a gaze as placid as still water. No shift in expression, no tightening of the jaw, no hurried attempt to fill the silence. You simply observe, allowing their words to hang in the air, unacknowledged, unanswered. Their words are meant to be hooks. If you bite, you are caught. If you do not, they simply fall. Let their accusations dissipate into the atmosphere like smoke. Let their insults bounce off an invisible shield. Your calm, your unresponsiveness, signals that their attacks hold no weight, no meaning, no power over you. The common person, the untrained mind, feels compelled to engage. They believe they must correct the record. They believe silence implies guilt or weakness. They enter the arena, pick up the weapon, and duel on terms set by their aggressor. This is a fatal mistake. They are playing a game they cannot win, for the very act of playing is their loss. But if you quietly refuse to engage, if you offer no reaction, there is nothing for their attack to stick to. There is no hook, there is no target, their carefully constructed trap finds no prey. The bait goes untouched. Their psychological weapon, designed to pierce your calm, shatters on impact with your impenetrable indifference. Sigmund Freud, observing the intricate dance of the human psyche, understood that much of our outward aggression is a projection, a desperate attempt to externalize internal conflict or assert dominance. What he understood is that when you refuse to play the role they cast for you, when you deny them the projected reaction, their attack loses its purpose and rebounds. It leaves them alone with their own demons. Abraham Lincoln, a master of endurance and strategic silence, often faced relentless public and private attacks. He once advised, "No man has a good enough memory to be a successful liar." But more profoundly, he exemplified the power of not engaging every accusation, understanding that some battles are best left unfought, allowing truth to eventually surface or the aggressor to simply exhaust themselves against an immovable object. He knew when to stand still. They will try harder. They will escalate. They will become more desperate, agitated, and transparent in their attempts to draw you out. But each escalating attempt, each frantic gesture, only exposes their weakness, their reliance on your reaction to fuel their perceived power. Their will shatters against your calm. This profound stillness, this refusal to play their game, is not merely defensive. It carves out a powerful offensive position. But there are deeper layers to this silence, ways to use their frustration, not just to defeat them, but to set the stage for your own quiet ascent. What are these hidden advantages? Chapter 5. The Enigma Shield. The Enigma Shield, a formidable weapon. Deny them your truth, and they will create their own, ripe for your manipulation, your silence, their undoing. This profound stillness, this refusal to play their game, is not merely defensive. It carves out a powerful offensive position. But there are deeper layers to this silence, ways to use their frustration, not just to defeat them, but to set the stage for your own quiet ascent. What are these hidden advantages? They lie in cultivating what we call the Enigma Shield. When you consistently withhold your reactions, you deny them a map to your internal landscape. They cannot read your thoughts, your feelings, your next move. This void becomes fertile ground for their own imaginations. They project their deepest fears onto your silence, making you far more formidable and unpredictable than any words could. Think about the person in the room who rarely speaks, whose eyes take everything in. When they finally do offer a brief comment, every head turns, every word carries a weight that a constant talker could never command. This is the power of scarcity applied to your presence. Your silence makes your eventual speech a high-value event. Here's how you build this shield. You develop a disciplined reserve, a selective mutism. You answer questions with another question or with a non-committal hum that gives away nothing. You observe conversations, notice alliances, spot weaknesses, but offer no opinion, no judgment, no visible emotional investment. You become the silent collector of intelligence. Watch what happens when you adopt this posture. People will try harder to draw you out. They will bait you with gossip, flatter you with praise, even provoke you with insults. But each escalating attempt to pull you into their game only reveals their desperation, their need for your validation to feel powerful themselves. If you announce your intentions, you invite opposition. You give your rivals time to prepare, to counter, to undermine. But if you quietly execute your plans, letting your actions speak for themselves, there is nothing for them to fight against until it is too late. Your silent movement becomes unstoppable because it is unseen. Consider Louis XIV, the Sun King, He mastered the art of royal mystique, not through endless pronouncements, but through an almost theatrical control of his public persona. His few words, his deliberate gestures, his infrequent appearances, these were meticulously crafted to enhance his aura of absolute, unquestionable power. What Louis XIV understood is that power is often about perception, about the projection of an image that transcends mere mortal understanding. His silence was not empty. It was a canvas onto which his subjects painted their awe and their fear. You cultivate the same effect, but within your own sphere of influence. This strategic silence also creates a vacuum around you. People cannot understand what motivates you, what your true goals are. They fill this vacuum with speculation, often grander and more intimidating than the reality. You become a walking question mark, and questions generate unease in those who seek control over others. Nikola Tesla dedicated his life to profound innovation, often working in quiet isolation, consumed by his visions. He rarely engaged in the petty disputes or public self-promotion that characterized many of his peers. His astounding inventions, often ahead of their time, emerged from this deep, almost monastic silence, proving that the power to reshape the world often comes from within, cultivated away from constant communication. His quiet focus was not a weakness, but the wellspring of his formidable creativity and influence, allowing him to bypass the noise and distractions that consume lesser minds. Tesla's example shows that a quiet, concentrated will can achieve what grandstanding never will. Your words become precious currency. When you do speak, your statements are concise, impactful, and delivered with an authority born from your usual reserve. You are not a babbling brook, but a deep, still lake whose surface gives no hint of the powerful currents below. This enigma shield protects your inner world, allowing you to develop strategies without interference. It forces others to respect your boundaries because they cannot easily breach them. They learn that their attempts to provoke or manipulate you will simply bounce off an unyielding wall of calm. This impenetrable front makes you unpredictable, turning your quietude into an active weapon. You become a force to be reckoned with, not because of what you say, but because of what you say, but because of what you don't say. But there is a crucial element that can still chip away at this shield, a subtle vulnerability they will always test. What is it? Chapter 6, The Unseen Clock. Timing is all, the unseen clock. It reveals your true face, your weaknesses. Learn to wield silence, for it is a weapon. Never betray your hand. The unseen clock is not about what you say, but when you say it. They will always test your patience, waiting for you to flinch, to break the silence and reveal your true intentions. This urge to fill the void, to explain, to justify, is a primal vulnerability they exploit. They know the longer you stay quiet, the more uncomfortable they become, and their discomfort is a weapon against them. Reacting immediately is a desperate act. It shows you are not in control of your emotions, your strategy, or your timing. You give away your power with every rushed word, every ill-considered defense. Their goal is to bait you, to pull you into their game, to make you play on their terms. Think about a negotiation. The other side throws out an absurd offer, then just sits there, their silence screams, waiting for you to reject it instantly, to counteroffer too soon. Many people leap into action, trying to justify their position, revealing their lowest acceptable price before the game even truly begins. They talk themselves out of a stronger position, believing that constant communication is helpful. Here's how you wield the unseen clock. You embrace the pause. You let their words hang in the air, unanswered, unacknowledged. This is not about being rude. It is about strategic observation. Your silence forces them to reveal more, to fill the space with their anxieties, their true needs, their hidden agendas. Lao Tzu spoke of how the wise man does not hoard. The more he gives to others, the more he has for himself. What he understood is that true power often lies in what you withhold. By holding back your immediate reaction, you are not losing anything. You are gaining time, insight, and strategic advantage. You conserve your energy, allowing them to exhaust theirs. Watch what happens when you simply don't respond to their provocations. They will escalate, desperate for a reaction, for proof they still have control. This escalation is a gift. They expose their weaknesses, their fears, their real objectives, all because you refuse to play their immediate game. Their impatience becomes your greatest asset. If you immediately defend every accusation, every slight, people learn exactly which buttons to push. They see your flinch, your quick emotional response. But if you meet their attacks with a blank stare, a calm nod, or just complete silence, their efforts dissipate into thin air. There is no hook for them to latch onto, no resistance for them to push against. The unseen clock means you act only when the moment is ripe, not when they demand it. You are not a puppet on their strings. You are the architect of your own timeline. This deliberate delay can confuse them, making them question their own assumptions about you and your motivations. They expect a quick jab. You deliver a delayed surgical strike. Napoleon Bonaparte famously advised, never interrupt your enemy when he's making a mistake. This principle extends beyond the battlefield. When they are fumbling, over-explaining, or digging their own hole with their words, your silence allows them to continue. It allows them to expose their entire plan without any intervention from you. Your patient observation gathers intel. You watch their body language, their subtle tells, the cracks in their facade. You listen to what they don't say, the things they avoid. This is not passive. It is an active form of data collection. Every moment of your silence is a moment of their self-exposure. When you control the timing of your responses, you control the flow of power. You dictate the pace. They are left guessing, uncertain of your next move, or even if there will be a move. This uncertainty eats at them, eroding their confidence and their ability to plan effectively against you. Nothing leaks, nothing drains, everything compounds. Your quiet composure builds a reputation of unshakable strength. People learn that you cannot be rushed, cannot be easily provoked. This reputation alone acts as a shield, deterring future attempts to manipulate your timeline. The unseen clock is your secret weapon, allowing you to move with precision. When others are reacting in chaos, it allows you to strike when they least expect it, or to simply let their own hasty actions collapse under their own weight. This is the ultimate control. But there is a final, devastating trap that waits for those who master silence, a trap that even the most disciplined can fall into. It turns your quiet strength against you, making you vulnerable in new, unexpected ways. What is this ultimate deception? Chapter 7, Your Silent Reign. Your silent reign is a fragile thing. When victory calls, resist the urge to speak, for every explanation weakens the illusion of your genius. The ultimate deception is not an external enemy, but an internal whisper, a phantom itch to finally speak. After the battle is won, after your quiet strategy has delivered undeniable results, the urge rises to explain, to justify, to finally accept the applause. This is the moment your silent reign is most vulnerable, the precipice where self-sabotage begins. Every word you utter in victory, every explanation you offer, is a chisel against the monument of your power. You chip away at the mystery, revealing the scaffolding, the raw effort, the carefully hidden levers. The moment you define your success, you limit it, making it accessible, replicable, and ultimately less intimidating. Your silence kept them guessing. Your words give them answers they don't deserve. Think about a shadow in a dimly lit room. Its power is in its undefined shape, its potential for anything. But shine a light, outline its edges, and it becomes just a wall, a chair, something mundane. Your quiet success, left unsaid, is that shadow. It suggests a depth, a capability that transcends simple explanation. The true master understands that silence is not just a tool for engagement, but a doctrine for life. Even in triumph, especially in triumph, you remain a closed book. Let your results speak volumes, but let your mouth remain sealed. This isn't about arrogance, it's about strategic scarcity, a refusal to devalue your victories with cheap words. If you announce your methods, if you detail your journey, people will try to deconstruct your genius, to find the shortcuts, to attribute your wins to luck or circumstance. They will attempt to copy you poorly and then claim your insights as their own. But if you simply are the victor, an unreadable force, there is nothing for them to dissect, no weakness to exploit, no template to steal. Friedrich Nietzsche understood the profound power of self-ownership. He spoke of individuals forging their own values, not seeking external validation or the fleeting approval of the crowd. True strength, he knew, emanates from within, from an internal conviction so absolute it needs no public declaration. The silent master creates their own worth, untouched by the need for external applause. Otto von Bismarck, the Iron Chancellor, knew the strategic value of withheld information. He once quipped, "Never believe anything until it has been officially denied." This principle reveals how silence, or even strategic non-communication, can create its own truth, a powerful narrative forged in the vacuum of your words. Your refusal to engage becomes a statement in itself, shaping perception more powerfully than any explanation. So, internalize this doctrine. Your reign is silent. Your power is rooted not in what you articulate, but in the unyielding discipline of what you choose not to articulate. Become the unreadable force. Become the enigma they cannot decipher, cannot predict, cannot control. Let your actions be the only manifesto, your results the only sermon. When they press for answers, offer none. When they demand explanations, give them the vast, unyielding space of your quiet. This is the ultimate control, the final layer of your impenetrable shield. This isn't merely a tactic, it's a transformation. It's the shedding of the common man's need for understanding, for connection, for validation. You become something other, something separate. You become the architect of your own reality, a sovereign entity in a world desperate for words. Let them talk, let them speculate, let them drown in their own noise. Your silence cuts through it all. It is the sharpest blade, the heaviest shield. It is the throne upon which your influence sits, unshakable and absolute. Embrace it, breathe it, make it the marrow of your bones. This is your silent reign.